In a move that has sent shockwaves through the Middle East, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to finish the job against Iran. He made this bold declaration with the unwavering support of former U.S. President Donald Trump. This alliance is not new. Netanyahu and Trump have been on the same page regarding Iran for years. They share a deep distrust of the Islamic Republic and its nuclear ambitions. Netanyahu, a seasoned politician known for his hawkish stance, has consistently labeled Iran as the biggest threat to Israel's security. He has repeatedly accused Iran of developing nuclear weapons and supporting terrorist groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. Trump, who withdrew the U.S. from the Iran nuclear deal in 2018, shares these concerns. The bond between Netanyahu and Trump goes beyond shared interests. They have developed a strong personal rapport over the years. Both leaders are known for their charismatic personalities and their ability to connect with their base. This personal connection has undoubtedly strengthened their political alliance. The international community is watching closely as this alliance takes shape. Many fear that Netanyahu's pledge, backed by Trump's support, could lead to a dangerous escalation of tensions in the region. The stakes are high, and the consequences of miscalculation could be dire. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio's recent visit to Jerusalem has further fueled the fire in the Middle East. Rubio's presence at a joint press conference with Netanyahu sent a clear message. The U.S. stands firmly behind Israel. His statements, however, went beyond just reaffirming the alliance. Rubio directly addressed the perceived threat from Iran and its connection to regional instability. Rubio didn't mince words when he declared that a nuclear-armed Iran is unacceptable. He highlighted Iran's alleged support for various militant groups, including Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon. He even went so far as to link Iran to the ongoing violence in the West Bank. This hardline stance against Iran is consistent with the Trump administration's overall foreign policy. The timing of Rubio's visit is crucial. It comes at a time when the region is already on edge due to the escalating tensions between Israel and Palestine. His strong words, while welcomed by the Israeli government, have further inflamed the situation. Many fear that Rubio's visit might embolden those who seek a military solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Rubio's visit has also reignited the debate about the U.S.'s role in the Middle East. Critics argue that the U.S.'s unwavering support for Israel is hindering the peace process. They believe that a more balanced approach is needed, one that takes into account the legitimate concerns of both Israelis and Palestinians. The Gaza Strip, a densely populated Palestinian territory, has once again become a flashpoint in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The recent kidnapping of 3 Israeli teenagers by Hamas, the militant group that controls Gaza, has heightened tensions to a boiling point. Netanyahu has responded with characteristic force, authorizing airstrikes on suspected Hamas targets in Gaza. The situation is further complicated by the presence of Israeli hostages in Gaza. Netanyahu has vowed to use all means necessary to secure their release. This has raised fears of a full-scale Israeli ground invasion of Gaza, a scenario that could lead to a humanitarian catastrophe. Adding fuel to the fire is a controversial proposal by the Trump administration to take ownership of Gaza. The proposal, which has been met with widespread condemnation, suggests relocating Palestinians to a yet-to-be-determined location. Critics argue that this plan is not only impractical but also deeply unjust. The international community is scrambling to defuse the situation in Gaza. However, with both sides digging in their heels, a peaceful resolution seems elusive. The Gaza Strip, once again, stands as a stark reminder of the intractable nature of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The U.S.'s unwavering military support for Israel has long been a source of contention in the Middle East. The recent decision by the Trump administration to send Mk-84 heavy bombs to Israel has only deepened these concerns. These bombs, known for their devastating impact, have been used by Israel in previous conflicts in Gaza. Adding to the anxieties are reports that U.S. intelligence agencies have warned both the Biden and Trump administrations about potential Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. These warnings paint a grim picture of the potential consequences of such an attack. A strike on Iran's nuclear program could trigger a wider regional conflict, drawing in the U.S. and its allies. The U.S.'s role in this complex geopolitical chess game is under intense scrutiny. Critics argue that the Trump administration's hawkish stance on Iran and its unwavering support for Israel are pushing the region closer to war. They believe that a more diplomatic approach is needed, one that prioritizes dialogue and de-escalation. As tensions continue to simmer, the world watches with bated breath. The stakes are incredibly high and the potential for miscalculation is significant. The future of the Middle East and perhaps the world hangs precariously in the balance.